I took my daughter to our family reunion and surprised her with a high-end $2,500 drawing tablet, but my sister's unruly children threw it into the bonfire. While my parents stood there laughing, my sister chuckled and said, maybe that will teach her a lesson about not being so materialistic. I didn't scream or make a scene. I simply smiled, closed my wallet, and the entire room fell into a heavy silence. My daughter, Lily, had just turned 14 and is incredibly talented at digital art, so I had been scraping pennies together for 6 months to afford this professional gear for her birthday. Since her birthday coincided with the Easter holiday, we were celebrating at my parents' house. My sister, Brenda, arrived late with her 3 wild kids who have absolutely no discipline at home. Within the first 10 minutes, they snatched Lily's sketchbook and used permanent markers to ruin her drawing. Lily ran out to the patio, fighting back tears, but Brenda just shrugged and said, relax, it's just paper, she can always draw new pictures. After dinner, I placed the gift bag on Lily's chair. She opened it with such care, and her face absolutely glowed. Dad, this is incredible, she whispered, giving me a massive hug. Before I could even snap a photo of the moment, one of Brenda's sons grabbed the device. He sprinted toward the fire pit, holding it high above his head while the other cousins cheered him on. Don T, I shouted, but it was too late. He launched it like a frisbee, and the plastic crunched and hissed as it hit the burning logs. Lily gasped and went completely silent. I raked the device out of the flames, but the screen was shattered, and the casing melted. That's when the laughter started. Brenda was cackling. My parents were wheezing with amusement. My dad wiped a tear from his eye and said, well, that's a good life lesson about not being spoiled. Lily was trembling, silent tears streaming down her cheeks. My entire family was treating her heartbreak like a sitcom joke. I placed the ruined slag of plastic on the table and looked straight at Brenda. She smirked and said, it's just a computer. Go buy another one, or get her something practical. Instead of spoiling her, I didn't yell, I just smiled. The table went dead quiet because they recognized that smile meant consequences were coming. Later, in the kitchen, Brenda and Mom were giggling. Don T be so dramatic, Mom said. It was just a harmless prank. You are acting like they burned the house down, I replied. I worked months of overtime to pay for that. Brenda shrugged dismissively. So work more and buy another one. Dad walked in and added, you need to let it go. They are just children. That's the end of it. No one is going to apologize. Something snapped in me that night. I had spent years being the reliable doormat, but seeing Lily broken while they laughed destroyed my patience. I started tallying up everything I'd done for them. The utility bills I paid when Brenda forgot. The bailouts. A month later, Mom called me. Brenda is in a tight spot with her landlord. Can you cover her rent? This was the same sister who laughed while her kids incinerated a $2,500 gift. No, I said. You can hold on to a grudge forever. Mom scolded. A week later, I checked an old joint emergency account I shared with my mother. Nearly $1,800 had been transferred out to Brenda. I called Mom immediately. Why is the money gone? Brenda was about to be evicted. It wasn't your money to hoard. That night, I drained the account completely, transferred the funds to my private savings, and removed my name. I created a spreadsheet listing every financial favor I'd done for a decade. The total sum was staggering. I removed Brenda as my emergency contact and updated my will, so 100% of my assets would go to Lily. Without the constant drain of Brenda's emergencies, my savings skyrocketed. I bought Lily an even better studio tablet. Meanwhile, Brenda posted photos on Facebook of her kids playing with brand new iPads. I took screenshots. Evidence. In my professional life, I work as a compliance director for the supply chain my father's manufacturing business relies on. When their contract came up for renewal, I was asked for a risk assessment. Chronic late payments, missing shipments, I told the board calmly. Continuing without a prepaid plan is a liability. Dad called me, screaming, did you tell them to put us on cash only terms? We LL go bankrupt. Maybe you should have considered that before you laughed at my crying child and stole from my bank account, I replied. When Brenda posted a rant about family betrayal, I sent her husband the bank records showing she used the rent money to buy luxury goods. He filed for divorce. The business lost its contracts. They had to sell the family home for below market value. Mom finally called, sobbing. We laughed when we should have defended Lily. We are paying for it now. Brenda showed up at my door weeks later, looking defeated. You ruined my life. You ruined yourself. No, I said. I just stopped cleaning up your mess. That evening, Lily showed me a new drawing on her tablet, a strong fortress standing on a hill while a storm raged below. We re-safe now, she said. I framed it and hung it where the melted laptop used to be. When they called to drag me back into their chaos, I don't answer, not out of anger, but out of peace.